Welcome back. This is Billy with Coach Dooley's List. And once again, if you are liking these coaching videos and you will like this one, then please like and subscribe to the YouTube page and follow us on all our social media channels. Today I'm here. It is my pleasure to be here at Grayson High School with head softball coach Bill Batchelor.
Glad to have you, sir.
And assistant coach Bryan Tolbert.
Yes, sir.
My twin. And, again, we just kind of hop right into it. I appreciate y'all having us and doing this. I know y'all are a package deal. And I do have to ask first, we did an interview a couple weeks ago with Sydney Sprague, now Kira Story.
Yeah.
And has there been anybody else here since you left?
Mandy Blackwell was Mandy.
No, Mandy Blackwell was before Sydney, so Sydney was
Sydney's
our
the last
last
one
with us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
Sydney
told her.
Sprague girl was the last one with us.
Absolutely.
I said they haven't replaced you.
No.
No.
No, you can't replace Brady.
Nope.
No,
You can't.
You can't. So, all right, so jump right into it. Tell everybody a little bit about your coaching journey and how long you've been here. And
Okay. This is my 12th year at Grayson, and I was at Brookwood for 16, so this is year 28, 25 as a head coach. And it's been great. And I wouldn't be here without my family, my wife, Coley, amazing, my kids. We've just it's been so fun. And I got to deal with this guy the last 11 years, so either way, but yeah, can't get rid of it. Absolutely not.
And what about you, Coach?
This is year 26. I first started at Decula, and you and I were coaching baseball against each other way back in the day. I was there for about 4 or 5 years, a short stint at Cincinnati, and then I've been at Grayson ever since. This is year 21 at Grayson. Did baseball 2 for a long time, and then I've done softball 2 stints here. I did it one time when we had Coach Perkle was our head coach back in the day, and I've been with this guy since about 2015.
Whenever we do shout-outs, I always tell them, Perkle, if you see this, you call me or text me, I'll come bring you lunch.
Yeah,
I haven't got the calls yet. Coach and being at Brookwood, and also you coached a lot of travel ball. And I bring that up because you've spoken at clinics before, and some of your advice that you've given to coaches and talks you've been have brought up travel ball and kind of a little different mentality of how you've run things. Mm-hmm. And you've mentioned a lot of things before that even as a young coach that raised some eyebrows and kind of stuff. But I've always listened to, what you've said, and I've always respected your opinion. I don't know if you remember this. You told coaches one time, get over yourselves. You remember that?
Well, I don't, but I believe in that.
But it had to do with how you run practice, the amount of time you're spending, and everything else. And then it led into we don't practice on Fridays, which Jason Kimball shouted you out and said we don't either. And I quit doing it for a while as well because I really thought about what you had said, and I don't want to steal all your thunder. But, all the stuff that you've done, what is it you want your program to be known for here at Grayson?
Well, first of all, we want, like everybody else, we want to play hard. We want to, we want to have that dog in us. Okay, now Tolbert's an Auburn fan; he's got a little kitty in him, but we want that. We want the dog. We want to compete. We're a little fiery, so we want our team to kind of reflect that. Strategy-wise, I would say we want offensively and defensively. We want everyone to have to prepare for everything for us. Right. I know I had a coach one time we were coaching, and they said, "Watch out, he'll bunt and steal third on his grandma." And so I was like, "Why you got to bring Portia Bell into that?" You know what I'm saying? She's got nothing to do with that. But that's the way we practice because we want to create that chaos if we can. So that's what we want to be known for.
Well, and that was always it. I've had a lot of coaching lessons playing against you at Brookwood,
and me, you too. We won't bring that.
We'll talk about getting into stories.
I bet you will.
I'm not bringing it up. This isn't about me. So, Coach, we'll hop right in telling stories. What is one of your favorite coaching stories from over the years? Could be softball, baseball, off the field, on the field, anything.
Man, just for me, 26 years has really been about friendships. And friendship, and there's no one story, but just friendships that I still have. I mentioned Coach Perkle. I mean, he hasn't been here since, I think, 07, 08 was his last year, almost 20 years ago, and we still talk weekly. Yeah. The friendships. I've been at Grayson a long time. Jed Hickson, our baseball coach. Seth Ryan before that. And now with this sidekick I deal with for the last 11 years. I don't have any particular coaching stories. A big guy that was influential on me in my early career was Tim Maloney. I've never met Tim, and then the first day of teaching, he comes in the second period world history, and he's my team teacher, and he's a giant. I'm like, who the heck is this guy? Well, then we're coaching baseball together, and we were only a couple of years together at Cuba, but he had such an impact on me and just how to be with kids, how to treat them right and be fair to them, and give them every opportunity they can get. So again, not one story, but the friendships to me have been great.
I love the name drops too. I've not thought about Coach Miller, the Gentle Giant for
The
sure.
Gentle Giant, that's him.
So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Now, Coach, what about you? What's one of your favorite stories?
Well, there's a ton, but
We got all day.
one involves my middle daughter. She played here. One day we're getting ready for a game. We got about 15 minutes before the game starts, and I'm looking around, and nobody's anywhere to be found. So all of a sudden, I hear this roar behind the right field fence in the woods, and half the team is back there yelling and screaming. I'm like, what in the world? We're supposed to be getting ready. She's a pitcher. She's supposed to be getting loose. They come out. I'm like, what are you? I'm told, what are they doing? One of them comes by and says, Allie licked a rat. I said, what? Allie licked a rat. They said she lost a bet with Connor or some game they were playing, and she had to lick the rat. So here we are. Not only Allie's going to die, but we're not even ready for the game. So, you've been there. That's what you deal with girls sometimes. But anyway, that's just one of many, so for sure.
Was she okay?
She's doing pretty good. She's a PA now, so she's doing pretty good.
She got called
because of that.
Maybe so.
She got called a rat licker for a while.
Yeah, she did. She was.
Yeah, Allie, if you're watching, they'll bring you lunch. I do have to say this. We're sitting here. One of mine with you was, we used to always talk, and we had a team one year. We had to eat these nasty jelly beans every time. And so I think we brought you one time because y'all beat us, so the coaches had to eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was another. I'll never forget this. I was sitting at home. It's Friday night. I get a text. Chelsea Littlejohn, who's coaching at Brookwood now. Chelsea's at a basketball game. She says, Coach, turn around. I just responded, what? And this is before, this is still the flip phone or whatever. Yeah. Well, she sends me a picture. It comes through, and she's at basketball. It's Collinsville versus Grayson. And it's a scorer's table. It's the back of your head. And she thought it was me. And I'll never forget that too, because then she goes, "Oh my God, she turned around." I said, "That is not me." I said, "I'm on the couch."
Right. I am not at Grayson.
Oh yeah. And listen, for you, I got several. But this is going back to the bunting stuff. We talked one time. Y'all beat us. It's crazy how you remember these things. Playing at 9 a.m. and it wasn't your tournament because we were at our place, and we're playing at 9 a.m. We kept talking to our right fielder about. We know they're going to bunt. She'd come in too close, backing up first. And first girl gets on, next girl bunts. She is on the dirt to back up first. We throw it over her head, and she runs all the way in the corner. Y'all score 2 on the bunt and beat us 2-1. And that was like one of those just lesson things. Like, girls, we told you. And sometimes it takes that to happen.
Yeah, but I know what you're going to say.
I'm not saying it. No, you don't even have to bring it up.
I will.
The next one.
Okay, we're going to talk about it though.
So
they hit 3 home runs off of us, the same girl in Columbus.
There's only 3 hits of that game.
Thanks.
Which I didn't know until I think it was Friedlander told me, afterwards. But
brutal.
We won't bring it up.
Yeah. All right.
So you've been an assistant forever. I have called you a couple of occasions to say, hey, this job's open and that kind. And I realized, that was you were never going to respond to that, and you're a phenomenal assistant, and you do all the things. I know how much y'all do together, and having only 2 with all the field work and everything, I know it's tough. So if one of your former players, students, anybody came to you and said, Coach, I think I want to get into coaching, what would you tell them to do it the right way?
First is loyalty, and you're not as an assistant to a head coach or whoever. You're never going to agree with everything, but you get behind the scenes, you talk about things and you work that out, etc. But when it comes out in front of those kids, you're loyal, and those kids should never see any division at all. Not that him and I have certainly never had any division. I've hardly ever had any with any coaches I've worked for. I've been an assistant my whole career, and I was like a lot of guys early on. I wanted to be a head coach. What changed my mind about that was having 2 boys. And when I left here after cutting grass or working on the dirt or whatever, I was done. I wanted to be able to go home, and that made my focus. And I knew head coaches that I worked for. Him and I said Coach Burkle and Jed Hicks and Seth, the guys that I worked for. It never stops.
Yeah.
When you get home, there's a phone call, there's an email, something you've got to deal with. And I made that decision years ago that I just didn't think I had any interest in it. And since I've kind of made that decision with my kids, I really haven't since then. I've been blessed to work with some great head coaches. He'll tell you that we really work side by side. Well, no, we don't, because if there's a headache, he's really dealing with it,
Assistant coach is the best job in the world.
There's no doubt. And if you know me, I've always loved the field aspect of it and the grind of all that. And that's it in a nutshell.
I love it. Yeah, and a lot of times, you don't realize that. It's okay to disagree, but when others see it, it makes it difficult for because people get divided sometimes.
That's right.
Same for you. If one of yours came to you and said, "Coach, I want to be a head coach one day," what advice would you give them?
I got a bunch, but first you better marry right or spouse right or whatever you do. Okay, I've already hit that one time, but it's a family package. My 3 girls, they grew up in the field, so it's that. Our head football coach, I'm in PE, so I talk with the assistants a lot, and they say, and I've even said it on Twitter when I put it on Twitter, he's the best head coach I've worked with. And I think "with" is the key word there.
Yes.
You work with him, not for him.
Mm.
I think being a "with" coach, would be you've got to do that. And you're not gonna find somebody like this, but you need to find somebody who he had touched on it, who's loyal, who will tell you the truth. You got to have that. He works harder than me.
No.
Better coach than me, so when I get thrown out, we're in better shape then too.
Who coaches first?
Doesn't matter.
A kid or nobody or nobody.
Anyway, I think those are key. I think I think the kids come first. I said it's not about you. We talked about that a little bit going into that. It's easy to puff your chest when you got a kid throwing 68 with different speeds and off speed and got movement. But that's not really about you. That's about that kid. Going back to another coach, our boys basketball coach, Joffrey Pierce, state champion, ranked in the top 3 in the top 25 in the country the last couple of years. He never talks about himself. Never. It's always about the kids. So I think that's important. And the last thing is you can't worry about what people think about you.
That might be the hardest one.
Because we want everybody to like us, of course. Yeah. But you can't worry about it because sometimes the kids aren't going to like you, the parents aren't going to like you, the other coaches aren't going to like you. And there's no reason really telling why, but you just can't worry about it. You just got to do what's best for these ladies in here. So those are the things that I think are, absolutes, I guess, as you say.
When you know that too, if you do something to make somebody like you, there's somebody right over there who's going to go
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think that is the tough, and that is the toughest thing I think for younger coaches that I talked to. I was texting with one earlier today who, some don't feel like they live up and they want every kid to love them and that kind of stuff. Yeah. But at the end, this: if you're honest with them and you treat them fairly, then later on down in life, they're gonna remember it and go, you know what, he was good to me. Yeah. Not that he put me at shortstop and I wanted to play there or anything else, but that you did things fairly. So
that's right.
All right. So we've never done this before. This will be the first time we're going to do some rapid fire.
Oh, okay.
All right. Got a couple may come off the top of my head. We got one more afterwards about the vendors. All right. So let's just focus just softball. Okay. I know you've coached basketball, some other things, baseball, just softball. What school has the best concession stand?
Oh, man, that's on the spot right there.
You said you love talking about food.
I do love talking about food. Golly.
This is not rapid fire. This is not how this works.
No, it's not. Yeah.
We'll come back to you.
Yeah, come back to me.
So
he's got it.
I've got an answer.
You can do a couple if you need to top.
All right. Back in the day, a while back, when I was at Brookwood, we had barbecue sandwiches. Everybody loved them. They were delicious.
He loves that word.
I love the word delicious. They were delicious. And we sold nerd ropes. Man, I was addicted to them for a year. They're off the chain.
Have you seen they've broken them up now?
Yeah. But I just like the ropes. Our hamburgers here, Mr. Burns, he uses a griddle. He butters the buns. Elite. Pretty dang good. And when the fries dry, I'm telling you, these guys do a great job. So that I would choose us.
You're forgetting my new favorite.
Oh, yeah, I
concession.
forgot that. Go ahead, big boy.
We got corn dogs this year.
I
love it.
I wondered how corn dogs entered the group chat the other day.
Mhm.
Yep, we got
So,
corn dogs.
like
this year.
fried, not microwave.
Oh, fried.
Okay, not
Yeah.
from the bag.
Absolutely
or anything.
not. Absolutely not. Fried.
State Fair. You know.
It's
Now,
It's
are they made from scratch corn dogs?
no,
Not better. Okay.
No.
Well, I had to ask, but
they're fried.
so everybody got to come to a game at Grayson.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do they still do the barbecue at Brookwood?
I don't know. Brooklyn, where you at?
Coach Parham's the next. Younger Coach Parham.
That's right. That's right.
Next one is the best player you've ever coached against.
Oh, again. Oh man. Franco. Yeah.
Played softball too?
Just. You talking about softball? Softball?
We can go that too. That's
Sorry.
pretty good.
Sorry.
I mean, off the top of your head,
I was
that's
just
there.
thinking from the coaching end.
I think softball will come back to.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a good one. That.
Against
Yes.
Megan Wiggins.
Yes. Yeah. Those, you young ones might not remember. She was
Well,
a Shiloh.
Go look her up right now. She's still playing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she was.
She's got like a home run record recently or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. She was incredible.
Mhm.
That one's goes way back that I didn't think. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's awesome.
I believe when I was first here at Grayson, I believe Brittany Rogers, tequila,
Ooh, yes.
was,
Ooh,
another,
that's
was,
a good
another,
one.
was another level.
Yes. Another one I tried to get coached. Too. Yeah. We actually went to Alabama one time. She hopped on the bus after they pinch hit for her that time, and Jazz hit the home run when they hit the grand slam.
Uh-huh.
Remember John Kruk
Yeah.
was like, "What are they doing?"
Yeah.
And she was cheering. And after that, we went and played there. And Brittany took us on a tour in Tuscaloosa, the
That's
school,
cool.
and like the girls asked her about it and stuff. That was I literally have chills because that
Yeah.
was such a cool experience.
That was a cool moment.
All right, what's the best game you've ever been a part of? Softball. Most fun, most intense, anything.
You come back to me. I got to think.
Rapid fire.
We've had a bunch of great games with Archer through the years. Those have been fun, intense, great. Probably the best was we played Oconee County. We were all in the same region. Remember back in the day?
Oh,
We played 14 innings.
No
And-
ITB either.
Nope, and we won 1-0. Lisa Norris in the circle.
That was right before I started. I remember when I first got to meet
Yeah.
you, and I knew she'd been there, and
Yeah.
she played at North Carolina.
Played North Carolina.
Yeah.
Was the 2010 National Fast Pitch Pitcher of the Year. All kind of stuff. Yeah, it was the real deal.
Man, one doesn't jump out to me. Like
You can
said,
go baseball too if you need.
Golly, we've had some good ones through the years. I mean, if I go baseball, it's definitely games with Parkview through the years in Brookwood in the region.
Pretty good rivalries.
So many games. Yeah, they were so many good games. Yeah, softball, like he said, we've had some wars with Archer.
Rivalry games are the
I
best.
mean, yeah, they are. I mean, just really, really good. And I kind of miss the old regions when they were bigger and more. I mean, making the playoffs, it meant something.
Oh yeah.
I
Or
kind
you
of
had to go through that region tournament.
yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
And I mean, those days, I mean, you had to be able to play to make it.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. All right. It's your favorite place to play, to go and play, not Columbus. And it could be for any reason. It could be the people there, the surface. You just get off the bus and you go, man, I like it. I like coming
Wow.
That's a good
There's no
question.
place like home, but going there. Where do we like to go? Come back to me because I don't. That's a good one.
You're a surface guy, grass and dirt and
Yeah.
stuff. You know, I know
Yeah.
that's what's going through your head right now.
I've also, as far as baseball and softball, I've always thought Brookwood does a great job. I've always enjoyed going over there. I mean, it's a big rivalry of us, but I like going over there.
Mill Creek's a pretty place to play.
Mill Creek, we just don't go up there much.
Yeah,
But
but
Mill
that's a
Creek
great
is
place to
real.
play.
Softball and baseball, both fields are phenomenal.
Of course, Buford.
Yeah.
With the turf, that's different for
Yeah.
us, but I mean that's pretty cool. We showed up one day there.
Yeah.
You know, hour 15 ahead, and we were like, "Where is everybody?" So we looked at him and said, "They ain't got nothing to do. Field's ready." You know. So
I mean, what do you do?
We had to play a region championship there because we had to be done on that Saturday at Raindoll Week, and we had to go over there and play. And Coach Adams let us come play. And I mean, we were playing them, and they sat up there and watched the game. Same thing. You got there, and it was like, yeah, just go on in.
That's a bad memory for us.
It
We
is
had
a
the
bad
same
memory
thing.
for
We
us.
had to go over there and play North.
In a
And
game
it was,
3.
It was a game 3, and we had to go over there and play because we had to get done. And it was during COVID, so it was only 4 teams went to Columbus. And
So
North
bring
put
up
it,
some
North
bad
put,
stuff.
North put it on. Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
all right, this one wasn't written down. Who, and you've already mentioned a couple coaches, but if think about another one, who is just a mentor that stands out for coaching that just always did you right?
Oh man,
And maybe even an example of some advice they gave you.
When I go back to when I was at Kula my first 4 years as a baseball and football coach. Maloney was a big influence for sure, but I didn't stay with football. I did football for 4 years and moved on and got into softball world and then back in the softball world. But there were several guys on that early football staff that had a big impact on me. Dickie May and Ted Wilson and several of those guys were phenomenal to be around. Just especially right out of college school, learning how to deal and coach kids. And I'll never forget what Ted Wilson, Emily's dad.
I didn't know that until I interviewed her. I
That
know
he
for years.
coached?
I
Yeah,
know that it was
yeah.
her dad.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, he was U.S. history teacher forever there. And I'll never forget what he told me when I started teaching and coaching. He said, make sure you know when you get paid each month what pays the bills. And that has
Yeah, he
always,
coached
and this guy makes fun of me for the teaching
If I have
aspect.
to hear about Hiroshima and all these little weird history groups he makes out of this team, oh Lord! But yeah, it does. He's right.
When he rolls Hiroshima out, it's
That's
the
right.
same as
Yeah.
rolling the balls out. It's just,
Right.
Hey,
Yeah.
No,
we all had a
but
choice.
I
We
will
all had a
shout you
choice.
out.
That's right.
We
That's
do,
right.
but listen, that's how me and you got to know each other so good.
Yeah.
In the EBD world.
Yeah,
I think everybody said most EBD teachers lasted a year and a half.
Yeah.
And me and you, I know you did it longer, but 6 years in a row, we'd meet at the county meeting.
Yeah.
It was me and you, and we'd all look around and go, who are all the new people?
right. Exactly. Exactly. Loved every minute of it.
Yeah.
Loved every minute.
Oh,
of it.
EBD was, that was one of my favorites to teach. What about you? Back
I'm going to say when I first got into it, Rick Howard. Rick, he pushed me for the job. Learned a lot from him. Just a good guy. I don't know. Rick's a good friend. I appreciate him. Yeah.
Well, that's it for the rapid fire. That's pretty good. We're going to have to incorporate that with some others. And then the last thing, and I always ask, people ask me this all the time when I got here. You go, what is your job?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Coach Dooley's list. If you don't know, if you're watching these videos, I've done a disservice. Find the website if you need a vendor, and that's not just uniforms. A lot of people think it's just uniforms. Okay, dirt, technology, grass, anything for your program. My goal is to have something for not just baseball, softball, but every sport. And so trying to hook coaches up with vendors that they trust, that they have enjoyed working with, and that they would actually refer to somebody else. Okay, anybody that comes to mind that y'all have loved working with?
You, my friend, online donations. Okay. We were writing the letters for the longest time and mailing them out, and changed my world. I can barely check email, but I can do that one. So it's worked out great. Really.
If you need him, send him a letter in the mail. Don't email him.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Or carrier pigeon. I would say we had some work done a couple years ago. Turf planer company, I believe, off the top of my head, was phenomenal because this guy and I are not getting any younger, and us trying to cut out sod of more than a foot long length is getting to be too much at our age.
Yeah.
Another one would be Shuma Sports has been fantastic to us. Damon Gobert.
Get
For
shut
several
out at
years
least
now.
twice a week for
Yeah,
us. Yeah.
he's been phenomenal.
I don't know how he gets to everywhere.
Yeah.
Everybody talked, and I'm going, how does he get to every school?
Yeah,
that's
And I
funny.
know it's incredible. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. Well, guys, I do appreciate it. This
Yeah,
was a blast.
Appreciate
Thank you so much.
Thank you, buddy.
Good luck tonight. They have a game. Now we're going to work on the field.